大家好，我是 Martin, and this is Short Stories, brought to you by the Taichung Keda Language Center. Today's short story is called The Monkey and the Fox. It's based on one of Aesop's fables. If you don't know who Aesop is, he was this really old guy who lived a long time ago in ancient Greece. And he wrote a lot of little stories that we still tell our children to this day. Well, this is one of his lesser known stories, but I actually found it to be the most interesting and most relevant to today's environment. So before I begin, I will give you the vocabulary and vocabulary example sentences. After the story, I will read 4 listening comprehension questions. Let's get started. Vocabulary. Resourceful. Resourceful. He is a very resourceful worker. Candidate. Candidate. He officially declared that he is a presidential candidate. Election. Election. Ted won the election and became president. Set to work. Set somebody to work. The boss set them to work. Banish. Banish. Napoleon was banished to St. Helena Island for many years. Noble. Noble. Arthur became king because he was the most noble. Go down in history. Go down in history. Tsai Ing-wen will go down in history as Taiwan's first female president. Expedition. Expedition. Ted went on an expedition to explore the Amazon. Minion. Minion. The king sent a minion to deliver the message. Be worse off. Be worse off. If climate change is not stopped, we will be worse off. Now the story. The lion was the king of the jungle until he died. After the lion's death, all of the other animals gathered together to choose a new king. There was a lot of arguing and very little agreement. "I'll do it," said the lioness, but everyone just rolled their eyes. "How can a female be king?" said the elephant. "I'd be a great king. I'm honest and resourceful," said the mouse. "You're too small," said the rhino. More and more animals nominated themselves. The fox and the monkey were the last 2 candidates. The animals decided to hold a formal debate. The fox spoke first. "I'll provide a sound government based on logic and reason." Next was the monkey's turn. "I'll make the jungle great again," he shouted. The other animals liked the sound of that. Then the monkey started making promises. He promised the boars that they would have plenty of mud to roll in. He promised the elephants that no mice would cross into their territory. He promised the hyenas that they could rule over the donkeys. Everyone cheered. The election was held and the monkey won. His first order of business was to have all the bananas in the kingdom brought to him. He set the mice and the rabbits to work, even though this was a huge burden for them. The next command the monkey gave was for all the parrots to sing for him on his birthday. Unfortunately, parrots are actually bad singers. Their squawking annoyed everyone. His final command was that the apes should be banished. Monkey was very jealous of their size and strength. After all these things were done, King Monkey decided to take a break. While King Monkey was enjoying his idle time, the fox approached him. "My lord," he said, "I would be honored to be your royal advisor. I am very knowledgeable about the science of governing. I could help you manage your kingdom." The monkey thought about it and said, "Okay, what's your first piece of advice?" The fox grinned and said, "Beyond the river there is a treasure that only the most noble animal can hold, and you, your highness, are that animal." "What kind of treasure?" asked the monkey. "All the bananas, mangoes, and papayas you could ever eat. If you captured this hoard, your name would go down in history," said the fox. "Then what are we waiting for?" shouted the monkey. King Monkey set out on his expedition. He had a troop of lemurs carry him on a bed, and the fox carried the royal water bottle. When they arrived, the monkey looked out and saw many boxes and trucks next to a large building. Inside those boxes and trucks was the largest collection of delicious fruit that the monkey had ever seen. "Stay here, minions, while I go collect glory and lunch," said the King Monkey. "But wait, your highness, who will be in charge while you are gone?" asked the fox. "Well, how about you, Sir Fox?" replied the monkey. The fox graciously accepted the command. King Monkey climbed a tree, jumped over a fence, and dove into a box of kumquats. He was so overjoyed at his success that he didn't notice the human approaching him with a net. Before the monkey could blink, he was caught. The lemurs saw this and wept for their king. The fox shed a tear to show his sympathy. When they arrived back at the kingdom, the fox explained everything that had happened. "Before the king left, he put me in charge. I have these lemurs as witnesses," said the fox. Thus the fox became the king of the jungle, and all the animals were worse off for it. The monkey was greedy and vain, but the fox was cunning and cruel. "How did this happen?" said the elephant. "All we wanted was more mud," said the boar. "Now we have nothing." Everyone cried because their once great kingdom had become like a prison. Everyone cried except for the hyenas, who became the fox's personal agents. Now it is time for the listening questions. Number 1. Who did the animals elect to be king? A. The lioness. B. The mouse. C. The fox. D. The monkey. The answer is, of course, D. The monkey. Question 2. Which of these is a promise that the monkey made? A. The boars will have plenty of mud. B. The hyenas can rule over the donkeys. C. Both A and B. D. None of the above. The answer is C. Both A and B were promises that the monkey made. Question 3. What was the treasure? A. Fruit. B. Gold. C. Silver. D. Diamonds. The answer is A. Fruit. Question 4. How did the fox become king? A. He tricked the monkey. B. He tricked the lion. C. He was elected after the monkey died. D. He inherited the throne. The answer is A. He tricked the monkey. Well, that's the end of today's short story. I hope you learned a very valuable lesson about democracy and how they sometimes don't work. So I think the lesson here is that democracies are only as good as the citizens who participate in them. So that's an important lesson for, I think, everybody. Thank you for watching. I will see you again next time. Bye-bye.